So, Civilization 7 is a hot topic right now, and the reason why is because people are apparently angry that they added Harriet Tubman as a playable leader character in this video game. Now, again, I want to be very transparent. I'm not a big Civilization fan. I've never really been into this particular game series. I did pick up one or two in the past when they were super cheap, like, I don't know, $8 on sale on Steam. But ultimately, I really never got into it like that. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an ultra professional. I just want to cover the conversation that's happening around this because it's an interesting one. You know, this is a game that obviously has featured many known leaders in the past in American history. And this one is the first one, I believe, that's featuring Harriet Tubman because people are having a meltdown over this.
I never lost a passenger. Never crashed my train. Well, not many can say the same.
Born Araminta Ross to enslaved parents in Maryland, Harriet Tubman escaped from slavery and dedicated her life to saving countless others via the Underground Railroad.
So we have an article here from Phantom Pulse with a headline there reads, Civilization 7 gets roasted after it announces Harriet Tubman as a playable leader. So let's get into this article, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Civilization 7 announced that Harriet Tubman will be a playable leader in the upcoming game. In a promotional trailer announcing the character, developer Firaxis shared born Araminta Ross to enslaved parents in Maryland. Harriet Tubman escaped from slavery and dedicated her life to countless others via the Underground Railroad. Facing difficult odds, Tubman quickly moved enslaved peoples through a network of safe houses and across treacherous terrain to reach freedom. Harriet Tubman excels in operating in secret, which makes her an excellent spy master, and if war becomes inevitable, she has the resilience to persevere. It adds, in the modern age, considering parent Harriet Tubman with America, whose production bonuses will help you build towards a better future. Okay, I didn't think Harriet Tubman would be a spy, but let's look at this trailer and see what the character. Because again, I don't play this game. I haven't seen anything from Civilization 7, so let's see what's actually going on here because I'm very curious.
I never lost a passenger. Never crashed my train. Well, not many can say the same.
Born Araminta Ross to enslaved parents in Maryland, Harriet Tubman escaped from slavery and dedicated her life to saving countless others via the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, when I look at Harriet Tubman, I'm not seeing a spy. I know I'm taking that word too literally, but I just think it's funny they described her as the perfect spy. Like, it's like, come on, bro, what are we doing?
Facing difficult odds, Tubman quickly moved enslaved peoples through a network of safe houses and across treacherous terrain to reach freedom. Harriet Tubman excels at operating in secret, which makes her an excellent spy master. And if war becomes
Dude, I can't get over them calling her a spy master. Like, come on, bro, what are we doing?
inevitable, she has the resilience to persevere.
Yeah, I would love to see Harriet Tubman on the front lines here. Maybe this is a game I should check. Can you imagine Harriet Tubman on the front lines? Oh my god.
In the modern age, consider pairing Harriet Tubman with America, whose production bonuses will help you build towards a better future. Or choose a different path, all your own. But whatever you build, remember to build something you believe in.
Wow, that was an interesting message for sure. Is there anything more to this, or it's just... Wait, what's that? Hold on. Bro, I can't even pronounce this. I'm not saying that. I'm not like, okay, whatever. The trailer's already being downvoted. As it stands, it has 2,400 likes and 2,500 dislikes. So it seems like it's a 50-50 split. And again, I'm not a huge fan of Civilization, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have skin in the game. I'm curious to see what overall people's sentiments are. So that's what we're going to read right now and see why people are upset. Aside from the, the typical people who are going to say, oh, it's racism. Like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Over on X, people express their distaste for choosing Tubman. He wrote, this has to be a joke. Okay. David Santa Carla shared a meme that states your game sucks. Nice. Cobb says that make it lamer, make it gay, your audience. Al the Pal wrote, congrats, been playing since Civilization 4. Not touching this one with a 1,000,000-mile pole. John Hawkins wrote, there's nothing wrong with her as a choice per se, but in a country like America, she's way down the list of great Americans and prominent leaders. Dissident Law added, nobody asked for this and nobody wants this. Okay, so I can understand this, right? I get it. I can understand this where, you know, it's a game that you're playing as known prominent leaders. Harriet Tubman being one of them really doesn't make a lot of sense overall at the end of the day. I know she was pivotal in certain parts of history, but overall, it's like, compared to other people you could have played as, I could get people being a little bit upset that they, you know, they're choosing to go with Tubman. But it's, again, I don't have any skin in the game with this one. So for me, I'm just reading people's reactions. Figs mocked the game with a reference to Assassin's Creed Shadows. What are you going to add Yasuke to lead the Japanese text? Yes, that's what we need to do. Please, that's what we need to do. Wolf Bronsky wrote, first mainland Civ game I won't buy in 33 years. That's insane. Country Club Raider Bear question, Civ 7 is going to be woke, isn't it? I guess I won't be pre-ordering it after all. Now, there's a game that came out. I forgot what it was called for Xbox because it's trash. But there's a game that came out that was supposed to compete with this game. And I believe it bombed. I didn't even bother reporting on it because it was so terrible. Choosing Tubman over another more prominent American leader and hero is most definitely a controversial choice. And it is hard to not assume that it was done due to massive woke diversity, inclusion, and equity agenda that has swept across the gaming industry. Oh, here we go. Even more pertinent is the recent Civilization challenger from Xbox, Ada, History Untold, appears to be a commercial failure. The game included so-called non-binary leaders, with True Trophies reporting that the game featured a trophy called Barbenheimer. This is the game I was talking about. So Ada is the game that came out from Xbox that was supposed to be like super like woke and has non-binary and all these pronouns and all this nonsense, and they turned these known historical figures into these weird androgynous like versions of themselves. Apparently the game bombed drastically. I haven't even looked at the numbers, but I'm sure this article is going to have it. It states it's a female or non-binary leader, bombards cities 100 times over on any number of games. A moderator on the game's Steam forums confirmed that so-called non-binary was included in the game. The moderator wrote, leaders in the game don't have sex or gender. It's not that type of game. The closest you'll get to it is with pronouns for strings, and all leaders use she or he. One of the historical leaders, Ash Tish, wrote a bid which might today be considered non-binary. The moderator added, oh my God, it's so bad. I didn't think it was this bad. The game hit a peak concurrent player count of just 4,262 when it launched at the end of September. In the last 24 hours, it only hit a peak concurrent of just 166. Oh my God, bro. 166 people play. This game died. It died almost immediately. Jesus Christ, I cannot believe this. This is insane. Look at the number difference. For comparison, Civilization 6, which released back in October 2016, hit an all-time peak concurrent of 162,657. In the most recent 24 hours, it hit a peak of 54,988. Civilization 5 hit a peak concurrent of 91,363 in July of 2013. 3 years after release, in September 2010, it had a 24-hour peak of 16,896, etc., etc., etc. So, again, guys, this game very clearly is much more popular than Ada. Ada is an absolute joke. So much for competing against Civilization. But I'll be very curious to see what happens when this game releases, and if all of these people that seem to be angry over Harriet Tubman being in the game, if it actually is going to make a difference in the game's success or not. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you get to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.